Happy Valentine's Eve, if you will. I just got back from physical therapy not long ago and promptly threw up again. It's getting a little more difficult. More exercises are getting added each day. And so it's spiking the pain in my leg a bit. The one that did it today was I think it's called like a recline, a seated recline, and it's a core exercise where you cross your arms and you go back like that with both of your feet on the ground. And I did 2 sets of 10, but while I was doing it, my anchor leg, my anchor legs, the left one, um, started flaring up right along the dog bite and up the thigh. And I immediately started feeling nauseated. I stayed long enough to do some bicep curls, but I couldn't. At least that was last session for the day, thankfully. Art this morning. If you look at my community posts, I posted two paintings. That is from the teacher of the class. She has written a book about how to express grief through art. And basically, it's a workbook where it's got all of these things to think about and how to um, write down your feelings when you see certain paintings and stuff like that. So each of us were asked to pick out five different paintings from the book and discuss how it made us feel. I don't know that I necessarily did the exercise properly because I wasn't really thinking a lot about grief per se while I was looking at these pictures, but I was just thinking about like how they relate to me or things that I'm watching. So the two that I shared on my wall reminded me of Chantel. One of them I just thought visually looks like her, and the other one reminded me of that crazy cartoon she just did, where she was trying to make fun of React channels. And she was using the whole go to a drive through reference. That's what it looked like, that kind of stick drawing to me. So if you want to check it out, it's on my community posts. Um, there were some hardcore stories being told in the room. One of the guys that is in our group was in prison in like Iran for like 5 years. He's a journalist, and he was basically held in prison for 5 years in Iran. He has all kinds of stories, and the accident that, I mean, he's his whole body is kind of messed up. He's had to have lots of surgeries and stuff. Another one was an essay victim, and so some of the paintings brought back these memories of terror when she was a kid. These were some hardcore stories to listen to, you guys. And I'm like looking at things like a forest with a cobweb, and I'm like, oh yeah, that reminds me of going camping as a kid. It reminds me of a childhood book that I have. I wasn't, a lot of the paintings were very dark, right? And black backgrounds on all of them for the most part. And they didn't call to me. I wasn't feeling it. We did two physical therapy sessions today, so it was double the work, double the exercise. And the psychology classes today and yesterday, I couldn't remember. Can I name a country for an is there more to that comment? I don't know what that is. Cupid, I can't see the bottom of the comment if that's supposed to have more to it. Um, just name a country. You just want me to name a country? Mexico, US, Canada. Those are the closest to me. Anyway, so these were the psychology class was about pacing, about not doing too much and not doing too little to make sure that you're not in a. For those of you who are watching Foodie Beauty with me, um, she's doing too little, obviously. She can't, if she has a pain condition, it will never heal because she's not pacing, right? Um, you can't do too little, but you also can't do too much because it could flare up. And it's, about like preventing flare ups and stuff like that, but also about learning to say no and also being mindful of your mood. Don't be passive, don't be aggressive, be assertive, right? I think my mood was in the worst place, and I even said this in the class. My mood was in the worst place initially after the dog bit me. And my employer was giving me modified duties that made absolutely no sense for somebody who's recovering from such a severe dog bite. And so it further injured me. For example, within 1 week of being bitten by a dog, I was sent on a 4-hour walk assignment in Echo Park in a steep neighborhood to collect signatures. And I could barely walk by the end of it because you can't do that to somebody who's recovering, and they were doing that to me all the time. When they realized that I couldn't do that anymore, they put me in the basement digging through boxes to find petitions and stuff. You can't have me doing that either. Can't have me carrying things around, bending over, getting on the floor. It just didn't make any sense, the shit that they had me doing. And then they put me on like a phone bank that was rapid fire phone calls coming in from people who really didn't want to talk to us. And it was what they call in politics is how you cut the universe. And that's how you select who's going to be called, right? They continuously cut universes of some of the most hostile people in Hollywood. These were like the worst possible people. These were people who, when we talked to them about our measures, um, said things like that they wanted all the homeless to be shipped out to the desert. Shit like that. What does this say? Hallelujah. The fall short of the glory of God and struggle with their sins and problems. But thanks to be to God, salvation is entirely by trusting in Jesus as. I don't know what that has to do with. I mean, that's fine if you're religious, but like, what does that have to do with my live stream? Why are you preaching on my channel? You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that a little odd that you're just dropping something on my channel like that? I actually wasn't shaking this morning. I didn't start shaking until the fourth session. The pain really kicked up again. But anyway, I saw little bits and clips of Chantel's late Miriam, whatever she wants to be called. I don't think she said Chantel was her dead name. I saw bits and clips of her latest stories about being haunted, and because she doesn't know how her, she probably doesn't ever use the shower. She probably has no idea whether or not it's got like a weight on it to close automatically, like because she probably never uses the shower. And if she's not using the shower, why does she need to clean it? Right? Who's using the shower? Because I don't think Salah is either, right? I don't think he's there. So, and if she's flexing that she has two bathrooms, why is she cleaning the second bathroom but not the first one that's probably getting all the use? The one that's probably attached to the master bedroom, right? Wouldn't that be the one that needs cleaning? So, she's really into this idea that she's being haunted. I think it's just story time. In my opinion, it's just more story time, right? But I'll take a look at some of the footage out there of what, because I missed some yesterday as well. It's just been the last couple of days have been pretty rough getting through this program. And it's really, hopefully I'll build some stamina and I won't be doing this anymore, because I really don't enjoy coming home and throwing up every day. It's bad enough that I do it at night, you know? It's not good for me. So, anyway, let me take a look at some things and see if there's anything I'd like to react to. Talk at you later, guys. I didn't do it right.